So now that we've beaten both Storm Eagle and Chill Penguin, we have a couple options for where to go next. We could hit Spark Mandrill here, or we could go to Flame Mammoth. We're going to go to Flame Mammoth because of an upgrade in his level. But I'm going to show off the last feature now of the stage select screen, which is the map. The map does exactly what it says on the tin. You pilot a Maverick and it tells you where in town X that everything is. One of the neat things about this, and this is a feature that's really only in the Super Nintendo Mega Man X games as well as Mega Man 8. But the neat thing about this is it allows for some relation between the levels. For example, here in Flame Mammoth's level, you'll notice that everything is all icy now. This is because we beat Chill Penguin. If we hadn't beat Chill Penguin, this would be a lava-themed level, which would make more sense than ice in a fire-themed Robot Master. Which, I guess you could say is a pretty cool feature. Yeah! Anyway, that first little section wasn't too bad, but now we get the best enhancement in the game, provided we can get to it. It's kind of a tricky jump to make, and if you screw it up, you have to die before you can get another chance. Like if you grab the ledge and then fall off, you have to do it again. But that's the only use of the headbutt enhancement in the game, which kind of stinks. But as Dr. Light is pointing out, we now get a stronger X-Buster in the sense that it can charge up an additional level. Plus, he says that it can be used to fire all types of weapons, which is kind of confusing, right? Because we already can fire all types of weapons that we get. What that actually means is that now we can charge up other weapons. And here's a demo of the supercharged X-Buster. And here's a demo of the supercharged Storm Tornado, which is pretty neat. The weapons only have one level of charge. Well, I mean, normal and then supercharged, but you get the idea. Because the stage is frozen over, we can get a heart capsule down there. You could get it if you had enough health while the stage is all lava-fied, but why would you? You probably had to beat Chill Penguin anyway first. So. These guys are kind of similar to those enemies in Gutsman's level in Mega Man 1, except a little less annoying because they don't have a shield. And Metools. Everybody loves Metools. Can't get away from them in the Mega Man series. And so here's kind of what I was talking about with why the headbutt enhancement isn't very useful. Is that if you come here without the head enhancement and just with the dash enhancement, you can still get that sub-tank. For whatever reason, the boots break those blocks, which makes more sense than the headbutt breaking those blocks that you're kicking. But video game logic being what it is, that would have made sense too. That little sound you heard when I collected that energy capsule was the sound of the sub-tank starting to fill up. In order to fill up a sub-tank, you have to have full life when you get an energy capsule. So even if you're just missing one bar of health and you get a large energy capsule, it doesn't begin to fill up your sub-tank. Those presses up there don't kill you in one hit, as they might suggest, but which is handy. And those little generators, in case you haven't noticed, drop two types of enemies. One is like a dragon head, which we'll see again later, which is harmless. And one is a cycloptic evil robot that shoots lasers. It manages to hit me just about every time for some reason. Speaking of hitting me every time for some reason... Oh, there we go. Look at that, I avoided one. That's nice. As noted in previous talkthroughs, my specialty is not in dodging attacks. Oh well. And with that, we are at Flame Mammoth's lair. Flame Mammoth is a ridiculously easy boss that I make a little harder here because he was being slow and showing one of the moves that I wanted to show y'all. You can actually make him not substantially easier, but a little easier after you get a certain weapon that we'll see a little bit later. Also, as you'll notice here, sometimes the Storm Tornado shows up, and sometimes it doesn't. It just has to do with the frame rate. It's kind of unfortunate. It doesn't really look good, so I apologize for that. So as you see, Flame Mammoth shoots fire he jumps, which, being an elephant, causes you to get all shaky. And he has a couple other powers, which I wish he would show. And he certainly takes a sweet time in doing so. I'll explain them when he does them, although they're pretty self-explanatory. There's one, that little oil slick. If he shoots that with his fire, it catches on fire, and then he can trumpet from his horn and cause the conveyor belt to reverse. Yippee. Really, for a fiery boss, he didn't have much fire in his belly at all. That really didn't make any sense. Oh well. And with that, we get another weapon whose usefulness I didn't really think about until recently. But this is the Fire Wave. And we'll see if it shows up. Oh, there we go. That's pretty much it. You just shoot fire straight out of your buster. It has a pretty neat charged version anyway. So, since we have a little time left, we're going to go back to Chill Penguin's level. Now, up here, we can break these igloos with a Fire Wave and get ourselves a heart container, as well as a weapon energy capsule. So, with that, we're going to use Escape Velocity, which lets us escape, as it says on the tin, and get out of a level we've already beaten.